teaches subjects in information management, research methodology, and social governance. Dr. Sunil has PhD in the area of open source software adoption in library automation. He is Master of Librarian Science from this university. He passed the MLS in 1998 and Master in Sociology, a certified fellow by American Association and IIM Bangalore. Dr. Sunil has more than 20 years of experience in information services and technology adoption. He has been associated with the STM IMD from 1999 in various capacities and positions. He was the coordinator for more than a decade for STM RCMS, the Research Center, STM IMD, Administrative PhD program and publication. He is the author of one edited book, 2 book chapters, 2 monographs, editor of 4 conference proceedings, 10 book chapters in edited monographs. He is the member of editorial board of 4 libraries and journals, and he prepared instruction manuals for different course materials in different institutes. With this, I welcome Dr. Sunil for the session.
Okay. So good afternoon. So good afternoon, friends. Master. Thank you. So, of course, coming back to the campus, coming back to the department itself is some sort of homecoming, right? We meet known faces after a long time, and we feel happy that how far our alma mater has traveled, and also how far we are associated with our alma mater. So I thank my DLIS for the invitation extended to share my research learning with the participants of this 2-day seminar. Okay, and this particular presentation is aimed at plagiarism. Okay, of course, my guide, my guru always throws challenge on some. Okay, always he ensures that immediately after the post-lunch session, my sessions will be there. Okay, it is common. So what I have made is like this particular session I made. We have to participate. At the end of this particular session, let us take some content with us so that it can add value to our research life. Okay. So first and foremost, I want to know which language do you prefer? Do you prefer English? Do you prefer Kannada? Or do you prefer the mix of both? But ultimately, I want it to be beneficial. That is what my intention is. Which language do you prefer? Yeah? Bilingual. Okay. So how many of you know Kannada? Everyone? Everyone knows Kannada? Then very good. So, and then put to Kannada computer ke gadaka yantra anta use madala nanu. Okay. Let us speak Kannada because because it is easy for you to interact. Okay. That's why I am saying that because I want this to be interactive. To post-lunch session, that one is Saturday. Okay. You have to interact. Or else it cannot be monotony. Like I will be sharing with you something and it will erase from your mind and goes away. Okay. So this is the one. What is the session objective we have? Let us have a quick glance about what is plagiarism. Okay. Let us by the end of this session at 3:30, let us have a clear-cut idea about what is plagiarism. Okay. The second one is types of plagiarism in academic. Right. Okay. What are the different types of plagiarism we can see in an academic writing? Okay, of course, there are so many other types of plagiarism which you can see in the corporate consultancy, white paper, and other things. Pertaining to the academic writing, what are the different types of plagiarism which we can see? That is the second objective. Third one is how to avoid plagiarism. It means that we know that it is good, bad, or ugly. Yes, we accept that it is not so far, it is not connected to us. Now, awareness is, but still, how to avoid it? Okay, right from day one in our research journey, how to avoid plagiarism, how to set our mindset. Okay, aduna now discuss. Okay, so what are the key takeaways of this particular session? First and foremost, let us know about the best practices in academic integrity. Okay, reporting. What are the best practices we should follow in adherence to the academic writing? Okay, right. Second one is avoiding plagiarism. How to avoid the plagiarism from the day one and ensure that we are in the right path in our research journey. That is what we are going to discuss. Okay. Shall we start? Okay. What we will do is, first we will discuss about three situations. Three situations where we can discuss, have a clarity about what is meant by plagiarism. Okay. The very first case is this one. Yeah, please. A researcher writes an article building on their own previous research. Okay, I will repeat once again. A researcher writes an article building on their own previous research. The editor checks some of the cited papers from the researcher in the article and reveals an unacceptable high proportion of direct replications. Okay, what action should be taken with this paper? That is the first question. Second question is reusing the sections of previous published article is acceptable? It is your own paper. Okay, what should this author have done differently? Should this paper be rejected? Okay, I want this part. Okay, this part to behave like an editor. Okay, you are all editors. New editors. Nivella authors. Author represent part. Nivella editor. You have to play the role. Okay. Yes, you can share your views. Yeah, please.
The instance of self-plagiarism, this paper should be not rejected but given back for reviewing. And like there should be paraphrasing or the way of approach. Even if it's a self-published paper, the words of the author should not be taken directly. And as we cite other authors, the citation of the same author's other paper should be given in the self.
Okay. So the editor says that it has to be reported. The paper has to be sent back to the author, asking him to paraphrase or revisit his entire work and avoid the self-plagiarism. Super. Yeah. Anybody? Any editors? Yeah. Please. Hey, ನಿಮ್ಗೆ ಏನು ತೋಚುತ್ತೆ ಹೇಳಿ ಈ ಪೇಪರ್ನ ಅಕ್ಸೆಪ್ಟ್ ಮಾಡ್ಕೋಬೇಕಾ ರಿಜೆಕ್ಟ್ ಮಾಡ್ಬೇಕಾ revise model. So it means that it has to be sent for the revision to the author. Okay, right? Very good. Any other editor comments? Yeah, please.
If the idea is the same, then it should not be considered. Rejected.
Okay.
If the idea is not the same, but it's on an extended level or of a new level, then it should be
Rejected. Then it will be reviewed. Yeah, authors, please. Hey.
the author has to consider what the part they have repeated.
Hmm.
Whether it is theoretical thing or the statistical part, what it is. If you take the statistical part, the same thing we have the same income rate, then it has to be divided. We have to make it a complete change. We have to change the thing completely.
Okay.
Or else if it is just the technical part, then we can give the citations properly. Like again.
So because authors still population is come, I will represent author. Okay. So what I will do is I will say, see, it's my own paper. Okay, it's my own paper, my own work. And for example, when I am an author, I will research and do the documentation pertaining to my own area, right? See, for example, my area is technology adoption. Whatever the article I write, it belongs to the technology adoption itself. Obviously, it will get repeated. Am I right? How can you say that you don't copy from your own work?
Because previous work owned by other publisher, right?
Agree, but I have not copied
But
in
the copyrights owned.
totally agree. I have not copied in total. I have taken some of the section, am I right? Some of the section, and I have given a proper reference. And I have given a proper reference to it. It means that for the journal's sake, you need to say every day I have to think of new area and come out with a new publication. It's my own area. Am I right? Yes.
Idea and all. It's really important, because what I'm trying to tell, that it's really important for us to know which, area, which point we are trying to focus on.
Exactly. I agree. See, I am focusing on technology. And the papers which I have published in the earlier, I have to see, for example, if I myself will not recognize my own work, which I have published earlier, and say that these are the works and say, give a proper citation in my work, who will respond here? Tell me honestly, once your own article is been published, do you read that particular article? Do you read? No. We ourselves will not read. After the thesis is completed, do you think that you are going to read your thesis?
But the idea has already been published,
Ah.
in the same words in another journal or the same journal.
But I have, even though I have copied, I have given a proper references. I have justified, paraphrased. Okay, then what's your problem?
What is the point in bringing out the same idea repeatedly?
It should, it's a continuous of. See, I might, yeah, see, for example, in engineering cases, I might have attended one part of my research, okay, published in IEEE. Okay, now I have improvised to the next part. Okay, it means that I have to cite the earlier part, right? Because it's a continuous in nature.
Vice paper,
Yeah.
it's not that the same,
Then-
everything, you should consider that article as a different person's work.
Correct.
And then later.
That is what I have done. I've done a different article, I have paraphrased my own work and given proper references, paraphrased and given the references, then I have submitted.
The present paper really wants that work to be cited, then it will be good.
Exactly. It is needed, no? Yeah. Then how can you say that it is to be rejected?
Website of
Of
all-
the regular regulation from UGC, some percentage you can be copied. But later on, you cannot be. That we can be.
Exactly. So it means that definitely, so that is why they have fixed the threshold level of around 20% or 25%, right? So within that, we are talking about, yeah, 10%.
Actually, I would like to.
Yeah.
Emphasize on that. Unacceptably high proportion.
Classic, super, that is what it is. So it is unacceptably high proportion of direct. That is why your paper has been. Got it? It means that even though it's your own work, even though it is your own contribution to the world of particular publications and other things, your paper gets rejected because of this particular thing. Unacceptably. Very good, yeah. Okay, shall we go to the next one? Yeah. So from here, from this particular case, this section will be author. Okay, and you will be the editors. Okay, a researcher writes a literature review article based on the secondary sources, obviously. Okay, the editor checks the quote and paraphrase content and observes high content borrowing from the original source. But it was found that the researcher has given proper and complete reference for the borrowed content. You are very good, yeah. Okay, what action should be taken with this paper? Is borrowing the content from secondary sources and making it a major content of the work is acceptable. Considering the proper citation reference, should this paper be acceptable? Yes, editor calls first. What do you do?
We should not make it as major.
Major content.
If idea is borrowed from the original content, it is borrowed.
Okay, they have borrowed major content.
And more maybe there's quotes and paraphrase. Paraphrased. That's simply putting the quotes is it's not easier for us to accept the
Accept that.
accept that paper as they have made it as made.
So as a editor, you are going to reject. Yeah, right. Any editors from the backside?
We cannot reject it, but we can make it, we can tell them for further
Okay. Authors.
revision.
How do you justify? Your paper has been rejected, it has been sent to you as a review, to review, tell me.
Sir, if there is an insight, through the literature review. That's okay.
It's okay, that is what I am saying. See, first and foremost, I have directly put that it is from the secondary source. Okay, it is not a primary source. Obviously, when I have done the literature review from secondary source, I have to borrow that content. Okay, tell them no, I am not the author. You tell that to the editors.
It's not rejection.
Yeah, yeah, tell them. I have.
Actually, if a review paper gives a proper insight, it's usually aims at a novel problem, right? Even if we are borrowing from the existing literature, we are finding some solution for a novel problem.
Correct.
So I think
And also, what we have done is, we have borrowed, but what is this? We have proper and complete reference for the borrowed text. We have paraphrased it and given a proper reference also. Then what is the problem with the editors? Yeah, can they ask them no? Yeah, please tell me. Why you have sent this particular article back to the author and sent a review? Here goes the author's criteria.
Perfect pattern.
ಹೌದಾ ಕರೆಕ್ಟ್ ಆಗಿ ಫಾಲೋ ಮಾಡಿದ್ದಾರೆ ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಅವ್ರು ಯಾವುದೇ ಕಾರಣಕ್ಕೂ ರಿಜೆಕ್ಟ್ ಮಾಡೋದಿಲ್ಲ.
They are not followed.
ಏನಾಗಿದೆ ತಪ್ಪಾಗೇನಾಗಿದೆ? ಸರಿ ಯಾರು ಎಡಿಟರ್
So when the. Should not borrow the content.
You are an author, justify your stand. Okay, they have to say that it has to be rejected.
It's based on the borrowed sources itself.
Correct.
So it's the main point.
Yeah.
And if the second thing is that is all the articles should tell my point. I will exactly framing it in a way that I am telling my point through the other articles.
Yes.
So it will obviously be high content. Borrowing.
So plagiarism.
Why?
Because if you borrow from the-
I have borrowed, but I have given the complete reference and I have paraphrased it.
Just because we giving reference, that doesn't mean we can copy everything, right?
No, we have not copied. Secondary source means we have to copy, no? It is the entire literature review is based on secondary source. Where is the primary data? Everything is read by Robert tells, Robert explains, Robert opines, Robert believes. Okay, so it is based on the secondary data.
Original author of files.
Yeah.
What about original author of files?
Okay, so what happens is, just to cut short this particular discussion, see, this paper gets rejected. Why? Because of the only one thing is for paraphrase and observe the high content borrowing. That is what generally happens when you are coming out with a literature review. What, even though it is a secondary source, see, the author may say X, Y, Z. It is immaterial. What you have understood from the author. Okay, if, for example, in the literature review, I have seen many literature reviews say Robert explains, Robert opines, Robert believes. Okay, if everything is being said by Robert, what the hell we are going to say? Okay, so ultimately it says that whatever the Robert may say, it is immaterial for us. What we have understood from our research angle, okay, that has to be said. Okay, those sentences have to be justified by giving a proper reference. Okay, so ಅವರು ಆತರನ್ನ ನಾವು ಓದಿದಾಗ ಅದನ್ನ ಏನು ಅಂತಂದ್ರೆ ಏನ್ ಬೇಕಾದ್ರೆ ಬರ್ದಿರ್ಬೋದು ಅವರು. ಅದರಿಂದ ನಾವು ಏನನ್ನ ತಗೋತೀವಿ, ಫಾರ್ ಎಕ್ಸಾಂಪಲ್ ಏನು ಅಂತಂದ್ರೆ ಎನ್ವೈರನ್ಮೆಂಟ್ ಅಂತ ಕಾನ್ಸೆಪ್ಟ್ ತಗೋಣ. ಎನ್ವೈರನ್ಮೆಂಟ್ ಮೇಲೆ ಸುಮಾರಷ್ಟು ಡೆಫಿನೇಷನ್ಸ್ ಇದೆ. ಎಲ್ಲರೂ ಅವರವರ ನಿಟ್ಟಿನಲ್ಲಿ ಆ ಎನ್ವೈರನ್ಮೆಂಟ್ ನ ಡಿಫೈನ್ ಮಾಡ್ತಾರೆ. ಬಟ್ ಯಾವ ಡೆಫಿನೇಷನ್ ಅನ್ನ ನಿಮ್ ರಿಸರ್ಚ್ ತಗೋತಾ ಇದ್ದೀರಾ ಅದು ನಿಮಗ್ ಬಿಟ್ಟಿದೆ. Okay, so we may have hazard definitions, but which definition you are going to adopt for your study and say that, look, for my entire research, this is the definition I am going to focus on, and this is the definition I am going to tell and define and say that this is what is my belief. Okay, that is what is called as a research. You have to stand by your words and say that this is what I mean. Okay, the ex-author may say anything, but what I have understood. Okay, so what is the guide role? Then the guide says whether your proper, your understanding is understanding is proper or not. ನಾನು ಎಷ್ಟೋ ಜನ ಕೇಳಿದೀನಿ ಏನು ಅಂತಂದ್ರೆ ಸರ್ ಗೈಡ್ ಹೆಲ್ಪ್ ಮಾಡಲ್ಲ, ಗೈಡ್ ಯಾಕೆ ಹೆಲ್ಪ್ ಮಾಡಬೇಕು? ಇದು ಗೈಡ್ ಟಾಪಿಕ್ ನಿಮ್ ಟಾಪಿಕ್ ಮತ್ತೆ ನೀವು ಓದಬೇಕು. ಇಟ್ ಇಸ್ ನಾಟ್ ದ ಗೈಡ್ ಸ್ಟಾಪ್. ಗೈಡ್ ಆಲ್ರೆಡಿ ಅದನ್ನ ರಿಸರ್ಚ್ ಮಾಡಿ PhD ತಗೊಂಡು ಪ್ರೊಫೆಸರ್ ಆಗ್ಬಿಟ್ಟಿದ್ದಾರೆ ಅವ್ರಿಗೆ. ವೈ ಶುಡ್ ಈ ಸ್ಟಡಿ? ಓಕೆ, ಇಟ್ಸ್ ಯುವರ್ ಟಾಪಿಕ್. ವಾಟ್ಸ್ ದ ಗೈಡ್ ರೋಲ್? The guide role is whether you are understanding about the definition, whether the definition which you have adopted is proper or not. That's all. Okay, so let's go to the third case. Yes, this is most interesting. That is why I brought the guide role here. Based on the doctoral thesis, a researcher submits the paper. Is it clear? Since the person has received the degree, he has already received the degree. Okay. He has not mentioned the guide's name as. Okay. Having come to know about this after publication, the guide has threatened the researcher and asked him to recall the publication. Okay. What action should be taken with the researcher? What decision to be taken by the editor pertaining to the published paper? What action should be taken against the research guide? Tell me. Who will become the guide? Who will become the researcher? You are coming, you will be researcher. Okay, I will become the guide. Yeah, come here. We are the party of guide. Yeah, tell me. Hey, ಕನ್ನಡದಲ್ಲೇ ಮಾತಾಡಿ. ಎಲ್ಲರಿಗೂ ಕನ್ನಡ ಬರುತ್ತೆ ತಾನೆ? You don't know? Okay, only one. Okay, no issue. I will translate. Okay, another one. No issue. Yeah, please. Okay, so then let us try to have it more on English. Let them also be part. Okay. What action should be taken from the researcher? Yeah.
Actually, you already told that thesis is completely the students or local students, not the grades.
Correct.
So the rights goes to student only.
Okay.
It's completely okay for him to publish and become name.
Then, so you mean to say that he can leave out the guide name
In publication.
in publication? Okay, right?
The work is related to the research. There are two types of articles that we can write, related to my research and the other one related to the topic of my interest. If there is another.
No, it is there in the based on the
Based on the doctor's duty, the idea will be the same, but the guide would not have helped or guided through the research paper, but through the doctor's duty. Then why would the guide's name come as a player?
No, why should we have guide name? Yeah, tell me. Guide is to half of our right there.
We are to mention doctor's people.
Yes.
Related to the doctor's people.
Exactly.
Mention right.
Without us, yes, you can see got the doctor degree. No, how can you get the doctor degree? Yeah?
The guide limit is important. How long have you been?
That is immaterial. Because of us, because of which paper? Because my is, I have guided you.
Yesterday, there was this talk on one person who has named his wife's name as a co-author for every paper. Just because she is his wife. Just like that, this entire set is just setup is just for a doctoral thesis and 2 papers which accompanies it for a academic degree.
Correct.
After that, whatever we publish is our own personal work. Why not I bring in my parents' name or guide?
We have to upload the.
But one thing is, after the work also, since I have guided you, okay, since I have guided, I have put the signature and certified you for the thesis, you have earned the degree. I am also part and parcel of the degree process, research process. Then how can you leave my name?
There are 2 signatures on the research thesis, doctoral thesis. One is of the guide, one is of the chairperson. Should I put the chairperson's name also in?
See, chairperson is the administrative role. See, guide will travel with the guide, right from the finalization of the title to the end of the conclusion and say that this research is completed, the guide handhold you and travel with you. So there is no respect for the guide. So you have to, then how can you leave my name?
Read the idea.
Exactly, they give the idea to you. Yes.
If the idea is still mine, not only acknowledge, we have to give it for.
Yeah.
If the idea is also mine and the work is also mine and the writing is also mine, why wouldn't we have to make it?
Super fantastic, but one thing is, who said, yes, it is okay, you can publish.
Finally, we guide. They will make some other.
So what action should be taken with the researcher, what you are going to take the researcher,
That is the researcher to put the.
then I will come. I will come later, okay, see, what action should be taken with the researcher, ಏನ್ ಮಾಡ್ತೀರಾ ಅವ್ರ ಪೇಪರ್ಗೆ ಈಗ ಆಲ್ರೆಡಿ ಪಬ್ಲಿಷ್ ಆಗ್ಬಿಟ್ಟಿದೆ published. And then the guide come to know, okay, he has put only one author, so not his name, and he has not included my name. So what as an editor you are going to do? ಏನ್ ಮಾಡ್ತೀರಾ? ಏನ್ ಊಟ ಮಾಡೋದು ಮಧ್ಯಾಹ್ನ? Yes. But he has not done anything, no. As an editor, you have published the paper also. What action you are going to take? So, then what was what? The journal has recalled the paper. Okay, in the next issue, that it was said, like we are recalling this particular paper. Okay, and said that it is not acceptable. Okay, one. And second question is, what decision to be taken by the editor pertaining the published paper in this report? And the notice has been sent to the author saying that since it is a collaborative effort by the research and the research work is a collaborative effort, you have to indicate your guide's name. Third one is, what action should be taken against the research? What action should be taken against the research guide? Threatening the word, threatening. Such things are not acceptable in the academic world. That is what is called as academic dignity and integrity. Okay, you don't have any role to say that I threaten and get your things done in the academic environment. So a notice has been issued to the guide also saying that it is unacceptable. Okay.
Every place that you put, the side of the editor or the guide. What about the author? They do not have any rights over what their work is.
Why I am saying, why I am giving all these cases pertaining to the editorial thing is, the author perception in the mindset is the guide, the editorial board doesn't act upon wisely for them. They don't do have due diligence. Okay, generally the perception is there. For example, I don't know what is there. They will have sent so many comments and rejected the paper. Because every paper is our own baby. We love it actually because we have put effort to them. Okay, that is why that concern is there for that particular paper. When someone rejects that paper, no, we always get agitated to the editorial board. That is why I want to say and convey to the authors saying that there is some due diligence, there is some thought process which happens in the editorial book. That is why it gets rejected. As an author, we have to take a wise decision and say adhere to the standards and the policies of the journal and then publish the author. What are those journal, what are those etiquette which we have to follow that we are going to discuss? Yeah.
Based on the thesis, he has taken the ideology and.
See, the last case is nothing to do with the plagiarism. It is pertaining to the academic integrity. Okay, academic decorum, duty and decorum as a researcher we have to maintain. Okay, this case is nothing to do with the plagiarism. So, what are the common reasons which with regard to plagiarism? When we approach for any, why you have done a plagiarism? What are the common reasons which we get? The first 6 common reason is, first and foremost, I only copied few words. Mistakes are one area, para effort would be 25% tooristaa ಇದೆ. Okay, but I change the word, I paraphrased it. What intelligently we do is go to the word, right click, synonym and change it. Okay, but yeah. Shift F7, yeah. But unfortunately, the Turnitin has an artificial intelligence. Okay, it can sense that change. The synonymous and thesaurus words are is so strong, it can detect the plagiarism. Okay, so even though you have changed, you have not changed the expression. I have not changed the expression. I don't have enough time, obviously. Okay, by the time you finalize your own title, it take 2 years. So where is the time? So you don't have time. Third one, I didn't know it was a plagiarism. This is classic way. Okay, sir, plagiarism, sir. Okay, so that is the most common and innocent behavior of a researcher. Then everyone takes stuff from the internet. This is arrogance. Yes, sir, okay, everyone takes the stuff. Okay, so that is the fifth one. The original said it much better than I do. It means that, sir, I have said it more beautifully, they glorified words. That is what. So these are the 6 common mistakes, what they say, reasons in which every student or a researcher tells when I submit the plagiarism report to them. So ultimately, what is plagiarism? Anybody want to comment? What is plagiarism then?
Taking the other ideas
Okay,
without acknowledging that.
exactly. So it means that taking borrowing someone's idea and without saying thanks to him. Okay, for example, why references have been introduced? Okay, references na ಏನಕ್ಕೋಸ್ಕರ introduce ಮಾಡೋದು? For example, if I borrowed a sentence from Philip Kotler about a marketing definition. Okay, recently in the last month he has introduced another concept called as sock puppet marketing. Sock puppet marketing ಅಂತ ಒಂದು ಪದನ ಇಂಟ್ರೊಡ್ಯೂಸ್ ಮಾಡಿದ್ದಾರೆ. Sock puppet ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಏನಪ್ಪ ಅಂತಂದ್ರೆ, you might have observed, okay, you have seen close-up toothpaste advertisement ನೋಡಿದ್ದೀರಾ ಅಲ್ವಾ? Have you seen the close-up advertisement? As soon as you brush your teeth, a ring will come across your body, right? Does it happen in the real time? No ring, only bell rings, that's all. Okay. And also, when as soon as they from deodorants and other things is being tried across, all the girls will follow that particular. Does it happen? Then Gangotri will be having only that particular deodorant. Does it happen? No. It will not happen. It means that consumers have been made puppets. Okay, in that particular marketing strategy. That is what is called as sock puppet marketing. Okay, suppose for the next research I will borrow that particular content. Do you mean that I have to go to Kellogg and say that, hello, Mr. Philip Kotler, I have borrowed your sentence? Is it possible for me? No. How to thank that particular author? Give the proper reference. That is why the reference system has been brought in to the thing. So, as Madam said, turning in someone else's work as your own is called plagiarism. Copying words or ideas from someone else without giving credit, citation, reference is a plagiarism. Failing to put quotation in quotation mark. If it's been borrowed, that's one pattern as it has been sentenced, then you have to place it in quote marks, right? If you don't place it, then it is called as plagiarism. Okay, giving incorrect information about the source of quotation. For example, it happens in many. See, you are about to submit, you don't know in each year that publication has been made. What you do? I put 2011 year. You can come across. There are so many citations where it is not. If you click on go to that particular, it will take you to some other article. It will not go to that particular article. Actually, that is also a plagiarism. You are misleading the user. You are misleading the reader. You are misleading the researcher who cares for your work. Okay, that is also a plagiarism. Okay, changing words but copying the sentence structure of a source without giving credit, of course. And copying so many words or ideas from the source that will make up a majority of work. The second case which we discussed. Okay, to put it in a nutshell, plagiarism is stealing the intellectual material. You are stealing the intellectual material of another person without giving a credit. That is why it is punishable. Okay, so friends, yeah. You want me to go back? Okay, I will share this PPT, don't worry. I will share it in Harinara. Okay. So one thing is, it is not that we are aware, we are not aware. Because one thing is with regard to our Indian philosophy, we have been trained, we have been tuned, we have been educated, we have been empowered and enabled, saying that what is good, what is bad, and what is evil. Okay, only that we are ignorant about those concepts. Okay, we are ignorant about those concepts. So this is what it is, some of the clips about the Okay, coming to the types of plagiarism. The first and foremost is the direct plagiarism. Anybody want to give an example for direct plagiarism? ಯಾರು ಉದಾಹರಣೆ ಕೊಡ್ತೀರಾ direct plagiarism ಗೆ?
In review of literature, copying the abstract of.
Abstract. It's called direct plagiarism. One. Okay. Any another important one which you have come across? Direct plagiarism.
In the Indian education system, we have been trained to do direct plagiarism. Like it's not that it is a fault of the education system or of the teacher or of the student. It's like word for word, we have to bypass whatever is written in the textbook and copy it down, same to same in the examination. So that idea of what we have been taught of, right, is being implemented in the research work.
Okay.
So that kind of.
A very good observation. Really very good observation. Yeah. See, when I told her that from the Indian system, we have been taught that what is good, what is bad, and what is ugly. And we have been educated that empowered them with so many stories, anecdotes, and other things also. But unfortunately, that version what you mentioned was absolutely right. Right from the day one of the primary education, we have been taught what teacher has written. It has to be presented, copied, mug up, and it has to be presented as it is. The same thing will continue in the research process also. We will borrow the content and say that if it is changed, it will give another meaning. So we will not try to have our own creative mindset to change the expression. Am I right?
It is.
Good, yeah. Good observation. What's your name? Huh? Ninara. Okay. Very good. So the direct plagiarism, taking another person's idea word by word without giving a proper citation. The best example for the direct plagiarism is students' project report. Direct plagiarism. So, taking another person's idea word by word, we say without giving a proper say. Classic example is student project. They just change the footer and the header and the title page and submit as it is. That is the one which I have observed for the direct plagiarism. Yeah, Wikipedia. Yes. Self-plagiarism. What do you mean by submitting your own previous work as a part of the current assignment without permission? It means that you will make the conclusion as an introduction as a conclusion, write the paragraph and do some systematic analysis. Suppose you have used X method for the statistical analysis here, you will do another statistical analysis there. If I have used SPSS here, I will use Zoho Analytics there, okay, and resubmit and recycle the entire work as it is. Okay, that means it is also a self-plagiarism. Self-plagiarism. We are repeating our own concept, our own ideas, which has been published earlier repeatedly. Okay, that is also called as self-plagiarism. Mosaic plagiarism. Okay, what do you mean by mosaic plagiarism? It is also called as salami slices. It is also called as salami slices. Why it is called as salami slices is, if you recall way back in the 1990s, 2000s, what happens is there was no literature which has a transliteration. So what they did, they used to borrow the content which is published in Arabic, okay, convert it to English, okay, from and different parts and made it as a separate article. So you borrow the introduction from one paper, okay, literature review from another paper, okay, and the analysis part in someone else, and the conclusion part somewhere else. Give a overall rating and give a reading, change the sentences and finish it off. Okay, it means that you would have heard the word also, mosaic. Have you seen that? What do you mean by mosaic? Tiles. So where so many tiles, picture pieces have been mixed together to make it a particular tile. That is what it is. So you pick and choose so many colors, pick and choose so many items from here and there, make it as your own paper. That is what is called as mosaic, and it is also called as salami slices. Okay. The another one is accidental or unintentional plagiarism. Obviously, we are all humans. Okay, by oversight, we might have forgotten. Okay, I'm very sure today you had the session by the previous resource person about Zotero. Okay, excellent tool. There, if you see, there is a tool. I'm very sure you might have used the notes and tags, right? Yeah, notes and tags. When we borrow that particular content from the any article, what we do, what exactly we have to borrow, we will copy that and put it in notes. Okay, and for which area we want to use that particular notes, we make it as tags. Okay, suppose I am writing an introduction for my thesis. If I search on introduction, all the content which I have shortlisted for introduction will pop up. And I will copy and put the references, right? Suppose if there is a content which has not been indicated, I forgot to place the reference. It is accidental image. It is not intentional. By accident we have placed. That is why the plagiarism tool is there. We check and say that what is being left out without giving a proper. Okay. So these are the 4 types of plagiarism: direct, self, mosaic, and accidental or unintentional plagiarism. So individual assignments also, we can see the plagiarism where they can in the group study and other things also, no? Taking ideas from here, borrowing somewhere else and representing, we can say we can have the plagiarism seen there. Okay, and also group assignment, especially in the group assignment. What happens is when we are writing 3-4 authors, we are writing a paper. Okay, what happens is only 1 or 2 will be putting so much of effort. Another person will enjoy the thing and say that and give a critical comment. Hey, this has to be written like this has to be brought in like that. But ultimately, he will also enjoy the author. Is it right? Yeah. Social law. Yeah. That is also called as a plagiarism. It is not acceptable. That is not acceptable. So this we can see in the group assignment. Okay, and also confusing. For example, in the art of report writing, it generally happens. Where do you put numbers and where do you put bullets? Huh? ಈಗ ಫಾರ್ ಎಕ್ಸಾಂಪಲ್ ನಿಮ್ ಥೀಸಿಸ್ ಒಂದು ಅಪ್ಲೈ ಪಾಯಿಂಟ್ ನಿಮಗೆ ಬಂದಿದೆ ಇಟ್ಕೊಳ್ಳಿ. ಅಪ್ಲೈ ಪಾಯಿಂಟ್ ನ ನೀವು ಲಿಸ್ಟ್ ಮಾಡಬೇಕು. ಲಿಸ್ಟ್ ಮಾಡಿದಾಗ ಅದನ್ನ ಬುಲೆಟ್ ಯೂಸ್ ಮಾಡಿದ್ರೆ ಸರಿನೋ, ನಂಬರ್ ಯೂಸ್ ಮಾಡಿದ್ರೆ ಸರಿನೋ?
Bullets. Because idea might continue in bullets, there is a fixed idea.
Any kind of political, any kind of order.
Yeah, it's kind of.
Exactly. You are about 50% right. For example, when you are sharing the findings of your research, okay, and if you say first and foremost is the major outcome of this particular research, okay, it means that is the first point. There we are going to have 1, 2, 3. If you want to prioritize, if you want to say this is the first thing I want to tell you, this is the second thing I want to tell you, and third thing, this is the third finding, then you are going to give the numbers. Okay, if there is no order, use bullets. Use bullets. Okay, this is also termed as a like not a healthy practice in the journal article. Okay, if you simply say that making the bullets means 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, then you say what is this order? There is no mixed order, so you have to use bullets. Then immediately see no editor has a time to change that into bullet and convey to you this is the healthy practice. Then just they will reject that thing. That's all. Okay, so it is also you have to be aware about such things, where to use bullets and where to use numbers. That is called as academic integrity. Okay, so this is one of the examples. Okay, and for example, there may be like, for example, if you put RS dot, okay, RS dot and number, is it acceptable? Why? Why it is not acceptable? Exactly. See, the general philosophy is those were the gone days where used to say the abbreviations of a particular currency. Okay, now we never ever we should use RS dot. We have to use INR. INR in caps. Okay, these are certain protocols, okay, which you have to follow. Okay, if you follow these protocols, no, then what happens is the articles acceptable ratio will increase. Okay, right? Yeah. Yes. So report and publication to use the ideas words from the published source and submit as their own. Okay, using it, I will let it be there here. See whether idea is copyrighted or expressions are copyrighted. Huh? Idea, very good. Idea. Why not expression? Today you have an idea. Okay. I will use AI for good. Can it be copyrighted? Not sure. Yeah. Tell me. So she has a very good, beautiful idea. Okay, next to corner house. Okay, she will open another next ice cream parlor. She is thinking, it is her idea. Okay, is it copyrighted? Then
Expression is a.
yes, exactly. Ideas are not copyrighted. Expressions are copyrighted. It means that you may have other ideas. Okay, when you put it across, when you put it in black and white and say that this is my idea, this is how it has to be nurtured, this is how it has to be grown, that becomes expression. Okay, so expressions are copyrighted, not the ideas. Okay, even in a journal article, even in your research, even in your research and other things also, no, you should not never ever keep your ideas in a hanging. Okay, it means that we should be concrete evidence saying that if this particular idea or if this particular topic is been implemented, then this may be the result. This may then only you will receive more citations. Okay, if not, nobody cares for such things. It is just an idea. Make it documented. So what? So intellectual property right resides with the expression, not with the ideas. So similarly, any reports and publications should convey your own ideas into an expression. Okay, then only it has a copyright. If not, it will not be having any copyright. Then these are the things. Plagiarism. My roommate gave me the permission to use his paper and said I didn't have to cite him. Okay, one of the things someone said in the discussion for the second paper, when you have your own paper and when you have your own permission, why can't we use that paper in total? Okay, so so that is what I wanted to say. It is the idea which has been taken away by someone else. Okay, when you put it in expression, then what happens is it is copyrighted. It is copyrighted. So that's why. So my suggestion as a researcher is never ever discuss your topics, research topics, repeatedly with everybody. Okay, it will lose its sanctity. Okay, ಅದಕ್ಕೆ ಒಂದು ಬೆಲೆ ಅಂತ ಇರುತ್ತೆ ನಿಮ್ಮ ರಿಸರ್ಚ್ ಐಡಿಯಾಗೆ. ಅದನ್ನ ಏನು ಅಂತಂದ್ರೆ ಯಾರ ಹತ್ರನೂ ಮಾತಾಡ್ತಾ ಹೋಗ್ಬೇಡಿ ಇರೋದೆಲ್ಲ. Okay, it will lose that sanctity. Okay, so it will become a walking talk ಆಗುತ್ತೆ. ಯಾವಾಗ ಕೂಡ ಅದೇನೋ ಮಾಡ್ತಾ ಇದ್ದಾರೆ. Okay, so what happens is you have to discuss only with the person who can value that particular topic, who knows about that particular topic, who can understand that particular topic and add value to that particular topic. Okay, so ನಾನು ನೋಡಿದ್ದೀನಿ ಸುಮಾರು ಜನ what they generally do is like ನಾನು ಈ ಟಾಪಿಕ್ ಫೈಲ್ ಮಾಡ್ತಾ ಇದ್ದೀನಿ, ಈ ಟಾಪಿಕ್ ಫೈನಲೈಸ್ ಆಗಿದೆ, ನಿಮ್ಗೆ ಯಾವ್ದಾರ ಆರ್ಟಿಕಲ್ ಇದ್ರೆ ಕಳಿಸು, send me that article if you find anything in this particular topic. Don't do that. It becomes so cheap. You are selling your idea. They will encash it. Okay, so the word is so cruel. It is your own journey. A researcher, I always say, it's the one-man show. It's one-man show. Even your family is not with you. Nobody is with you in this particular journey. Okay. Only thing is we can give you a lip sympathy. That's the lip sympathy that we can extend, right? It's your own journey you have to travel. So be very careful. Okay, with your ideas. So ultimately, what I say is this is the one. When we are attempting for a plagiarism, we know that it is wrong. We know in the subconscious mind, we know that we are very much clear it is not worth to copy that. We should not do. We should not practice such things. But still we do. Why? Because of why? Why we do? Why we do? Just say, go ahead and use it, and nobody will do. It means that we are not aware. We are not aware. We are not aware about what are the protocols and the things which we should practice. We are not aware about how to avoid the plagiarism right from day one. Okay, friends, to avoid the plagiarism, the answer is information limits. Okay, you should be aware about how to gather the information. Okay, how to organize the information, how to manage the information, how to reuse the information, and how to express the data. Okay, for all these five steps, Zotero is the answer. Okay, Zotero, first and foremost, it will help you to gather the information. Am I right? By a click of a button, it will gather the entire bibliographical details into this. Okay, and second is it will organize the information at any given point of time. You can migrate the entire data into rows and columns. It helps you to organize. Okay, and it helps you to manage. For example, you can create folders for different works, different chapters, different topics. Okay, and accordingly you can call those ideas. And also it will help you to take the notes. I'm very sure you might have experience with this. See, I will tell it in Kannada, then I will come back to the English. Okay, so for example, interest research. What you do, you will sit before the computer. Okay, go to Google. Okay, search on the topic. Okay. Immediately, you will find an important topic and you say that this is very important. What I will do, immediately I will go to the desktop, say right click, create a new folder, important, thesis, and you will save that particular article. Am I right? Everyone does know, even I have done. Okay, so, and after that what happens is, your friend call for a film and you will go away. And you will spend another 1 week later like that. After 1 week, you will open the folder which you have created as an important. And you will open the document which you have created and said that most important. Okay. And when you open that particular document, you might have seen why I have saved this particular document. Has it happened to you? It should happen, then only you are doing research. Why it happens? Any idea?
So continuation.
There is no?
Continuation of.
Okay. No, it is not. Yes. Anybody?
No notes at all. We have not noted what it is.
What it is? You have not noted what it is.
Because we don't know what to do, like.
Simply we are doing something.
We are downloading the papers like that.
Okay.
Maybe that's it.
Okay, that's why. Yeah. You said something. Anybody? We have not noted. Take a interest. Then why did you took that as a research? Okay. Then you got 50% right. Yeah.
It is not mentioned why it is important.
Why it is important. So simply you find that it is very important. See, what happens is our brain is being tuned like that. Our brain is being tuned like that because on that particular occasion and at that particular point, we had certain keywords in our brain. Okay, we have and the keywords have been matched with those documents. Okay, that is why we saved that particular document. Today, when we are sitting after 1 week, our keywords have, our priorities have, our thought process have. That is why we are finding it is not important for us. Okay, don't think there is something lacuna in you. It is common sense. Okay, it is common. It happens to every human being. So why we have to use that particular tool like Zotero is, as soon as you find that particular article, copy the content which you want to borrow or use for your research work, put it in notes and tag it. Then what happens is the content and the tag will remind you why you have borrowed that particular article, why you have saved that particular article, and where you want to use that particular article. That's the beauty of it. Okay, got it? Clear? So that is what is called as information data. How you are using that, and the last step is use of information. The use of information. It means that how you are going to paraphrase, how you are putting the references, how you are adhering to the standards. That is called as information data. Okay. And above all, the program which my own department has organized is called the information literacy. It is building the awareness. It is enabling you. It is making you be aware about such things. That is also called as information literacy. Right? So awareness about the copyright, intellectual property right, digital right management, and steps to avoid program plagiarism are the key steps which you have to be aware about plagiarism. So how to avoid the plagiarism? So we have concluded, or we have discussed about what is plagiarism, what are the different types of plagiarism. Can you recall what are the different types of plagiarism? Anybody? Okay. So ultimately, what is the classic definition of a plagiarism? Stealing someone ideas or borrowing the idea, intellectual idea of someone else without giving proper critics. Okay, so these things we have discussed. Should we proceed further? Any doubts? No? Is it clear? Good. So the three most important items which you have to remember to avoid the plagiarism. What are the three important things you have to remember and you have to practice and be aware? Is the very first one is paraphrase. Okay, paraphrase. To paraphrase means rephrase or rewrite in your own words the words or ideas of others within your own written work. So a paraphrase is the rephrase or a rewritten material with your own work. One thing I have already given an example, okay, as Robert. Am I right? For the literature review. Robert believes, Robert explains, Robert says, okay, Robert defines. If everything is being said by Robert, then what is that we are going to? So it means that Robert may say anything. What you say matters a lot for the research. So paraphrase means that you have to share your own ideas. You may borrow. See, we cannot recreate the entire cycle in this book, right? Our life is so short. Okay, so in that particular, we have to learn from others, right? So what we have learned, what we have gained, what we have understood has to be represented in your own words. That is what is called as paraphrased. That has to be nurtured from day one. Okay, when you are borrowing the content for the notes column in the Zotero, then and there only you have to paraphrase. Okay, my suggestion is, of course, the teachers will not agree. Okay, my suggestion is use artificial intelligence for it. Okay, never ever use ChatGPT. ChatGPT is updated till September 2021. Beyond that, it is not updated, and moreover, it is not so proper in presenting the research way of expression. Use Perplexity. Okay, there is another AI bot which is called as Perplexity. Okay, so use that particular tool. It is highly research oriented and it will give you accurate information. That is mail. Okay. Okay. So use Perplexity. PER. Yeah, that's not what I did. Yes, that's right. Well. PER. Google. Perplexity AI. First one. Yeah. This is the one. Okay, because the spelling should be there now. See, use this particular one. Okay, it is very good. And also, for example, if you find any article, no, well, how you have to do is copy that URL. So copy that URL and say paraphrase and give that particular URL. It will read the entire article and it will paraphrase and give it to you through 3 sentences. Okay, don't copy right and left from that. Okay, it is a bot, it is a machine. It will not understand the human feelings. So my suggestion is copy that, paraphrase it. Again, you put it in your own words. Okay, then you put it into the notes. Okay. Perplexity is highly research oriented and it will also give some references also, which will give you the leads. Okay, from there you can go to another article also. This is the one which you can use. Okay. Go to the next slide. Yeah. Yes, sir, it identifies DOI also. DOI, it will paraphrase the entire, read out the article and give you the paraphrase content in 2, 3. And one good thing about is, it is give a concise edition as well as the detailed edition also. You want me to show it, sir?
Yes.
Yeah. Go to the article, go to scholar.google.com, scholar. Ali is a library, it's something happening.
Plus.
Yeah, go there, go to scholar.google.com. What's the topic, can we search?
Impact of COVID-19 on tourism.
Tourism. Okay, COVID and tourism. Search on COVID and tourism. COVID and tourism industry.
Yeah.
Right? Tourism industry. Can I take this one, first one?
Yeah.
And click. Beautifully done that. See, generally this is the mistake we do. Okay, when we search in Google Scholar, what we do? We directly click on the title. Okay, never ever do that. Never ever do that. Why? Because we will forget where we started. From this page we will go to another page. And from that page to we go to, and we forget that where we have started. We will use that particular path. Okay, so don't never ever do that. Okay, right. Copy the URL. Okay, you can copy the URL. Yeah, anything. Yes. Copy. Yes. Go to perplexity. Yeah, paraphrase. No, here. Paraphrase. PARA. Take one. Paraphrase. A or a C. Paraphrase. Space. Okay. Here. Okay. Need of tourism for planning to be adopted. Everything. Got it? Yes. Good. So it means. No, see, never. He use AI for. AI is a tool. Okay, AI is a tool. Okay, one thing is making your life in this challenging world, it is making your life easy, but never ever misuse them. Okay, follow this content, use the tools. See, for example, if you don't use, the very next person who is sitting next to you will learn how to use AI and fit each of the work in a short period. It is the who will be under loss. Then use it, but use with a due diligence. Use respectfully. Okay.
What are the ethical boundaries?
That you have to see, as of now, there is no ethical boundaries or ethical principles pertaining to AI. Some of the organizations are following it. For example, in US, Texas A&M banned ChatGPT, and now they have brought in AI policy now, and they have said that use ChatGPT for the say student assignment. They are saying that use ChatGPT. Even I allow use of ChatGPT in my own course, but I have framed certain AI policy. There is another chat called as Chat Zero. Okay, whatever the content you have said no. If I copy and paste in Chat Zero, it will tell me when you have copied, which AI tool you have used. Okay, so these are the things. Okay, these are the things which can be used. Is it okay? Yes.
Yeah, and also you taught us that if we have used AI, it can capture.
Why not? That is what I have to be that generally will be conscious. Or else you will say that left, right, and center copy and make an article. No. Editors are more intelligent. Okay. Okay. Shall we go to the PPT? Yes. Last. Yeah. See, this is the example. Yes, sir. Indic language it is not so accurate. It is not so accurate. Even pertaining to the Spanish. For your kind information, Spanish is the most spoken language than English. Actually, for Spanish, it doesn't know. It is accurate pertaining to the English language. It's paraphrasing. You can use, but one thing is, when you copy that, convert it into your own words. Okay, you should understand. Okay, for example, what paraphrase means? It means that Smith, 2004, notes that there is a link between smoking and baldness in young women has a supporting evidence. This is what it is called a paraphrase. What it means, he has to change the word no. What he said that Smith has noted that there is a link between the smoking and baldness in young women as a supporting evidence. That's all. Okay, this is what is called as paraphrasing. What that person has said, what I have understood, that we are conveying as a paraphrase. The second word which I want to introduce is reference. I don't want to spend more time on it because it has already been discussed. Okay, reference. What do you mean by reference? It means that we have in-text reference and end-text reference. Okay, what is the difference between a bibliography and reference? Anybody?
Bibliography represents cited and non-cited.
I didn't get you. Nothing in this.
Bibliography represents cited and non-cited docs are included, but reference is only cited.
Exactly. So a bibliography means it includes those citations which have been referred in the text and also which is not being cited, but it is been consulted for understanding the knowledge. It compasses everything. So bibliography is big. Okay, whereas reference means whatever those articles which have been indicated in the text, if it is only those things, then it is called as reference. That is the difference between a bibliography and reference. Generally, for a journal article, we put only references, not the bibliography. Okay, because journal articles are oriented in content. We will take only which have been consulted, okay, which have been included as a part of our journal article. For a book, for our PCs, then we will consider bibliography. Is it clear? Yeah. So, reference, the words have three meanings. First and foremost, as a word, to refer it to acknowledge, that's what, to acknowledge the author from which we have learned. Okay, from academic publication. The second one is meaning is also a verb. In a provide the acknowledgement at the end of your statement, give the proper complete bibliographical detail. The third meaning is a noun, listing each of the original sources you have used in the publication for the knowledge enhancement reporting. It is collectively called as bibliography. Is it clear? And the side here. Smoking has been linked to baldness in young women. Okay, from where I have borrowed? Smith. So which year it is published? It is called as in-text. In between the text we have used that. Okay, whereas here the end text is Smith, William, 2004. Smoking kills you. New Delhi, AA publisher. This is called as end text. To be able to get what is in text and end text. Yes. Shall we proceed? Attribute. Okay. Attribute means, for example, how you acknowledge. Okay, how you acknowledge. For example, actually Smith published in which year? 2004. But what I have written? Is it correct? That is what is called an attribute. Giving a proper information. Okay, sometimes what happens is you may have some idea, as Madam mentioned. You want to justify that idea. What you do, you will just name sentence, put your sentence and give some references. You might have not even told that actually. That is also called as just to ensure that it is being justified. You have given someone references. Is it right? It's not wrong. Okay, that is also called as attribute. And also incomplete information. What is wrong in this? The second one, publisher information is not present. I have given only half information. That is also called as incomplete attribute. Okay, first and foremost, what is the end tip I want to give it to you is first and foremost, start early, work hard. That is the thumb rule. Even though I have given you some tips about the paraphrase, okay, and references and bibliography and attribute, okay, the other part, other important thing which you have to follow in the research domain is start early. Because if the word is so fast, the idea which you have it in your mind, if you discuss today, what happens is tomorrow it will be expressed. There was a famous slogan which was written in earlier before this hall series. A young man graduated yesterday, stop learning today, will be an uneducated tomorrow. Okay, that was the thing. Am I right, sir? That was the slogan which was written there. What a classic statement. What a classic quote. A young man graduated yesterday, stop learning today, will be an uneducated tomorrow. That is the way the world is moving. Okay, so friends, my suggestion is start early, work hard. There is no other thumb rule for this particular publication. Use technological tools, use tools. Okay, be enabled. See, nobody can prevent you in using AI or any technological tools. Use tools, learn to use tools, make it effective utilization of the resources. So many tools are available freely. Okay, use them. Okay, and reference management, of course, today that we talk to you, and be careful and be safe. Be careful. Okay, simply just apart from this, there are some questions and where what you have to ask about yourself. First and foremost, have I copied the content from elsewhere? If yes, is it been uploaded? Before submitting an article, these are the questions you ask yourself. It will give you the answer. Okay, first and foremost, ask yourself, have I copied the content from elsewhere? And if yes, it has been uploaded. That is the first question you have to ask yourself. The second question is, did I write the thoughts, ideas, findings of the work myself? Okay, for example, if I say that all these expressions, all these sentences, have I written on my own? There may be 8-page article. All the 8 pages have I written? All the 9 pages, can I write 9-page article? Question yourself. Question yourself. Okay. Did I write comments, criticism, opinion, status on the subject myself? Am I so brilliant that the contemporary situation of the subject can I imagine and write it in my own way? Am I so intelligent? Okay, think for a while. Think for a while and answer yourself. And this one is most important. If asked, I am in a position to summarize the work. This is the classic one. See, for example, when I was a librarian, I used to get so many researches for my library who are related to commerce and management. So I used to, what is your topic? Title, title, research title. Sir, then you write it last. Finish, done, then and dusted, then and there only. Cut short, finish. See, one thing is, as soon as someone asks you a title of your thesis, you should have that passion. Okay, you should have that passion to say, this is my topic. That is why it is relevant and it is highly contemporary. And this is what I am working. The passion should be associated with you and it should travel throughout your life. ಅದು ನಿಮ್ಮ ಜೊತೆ ನಡಿಬೇಕು. ಗೊತ್ತಾಯ್ತಾ, ನಿಮ್ಮ ಜೊತೆ ನಿಮ್ಮ ಸಿಂಬಲೈಸ್ ಮಾಡಬೇಕು. ಆ ತರ ಇರಬೇಕು. Okay, so my passion is like when someone asks, like, what is your area? What is your title of your thesis? You should be able to express that. You should be able to tell that. Okay, so that is what I mean. Like, if I ask, I am in a position to summarize the work. Okay, and apart from this, this is another classic. Can I explain the purpose, objective, methodology, findings, and scope of the further research in my area? Am I in a position? For example, if I written an article, okay, am I in a position to say that what is the scope of this particular article? Okay, what is the limitations? What it want to convey? Okay, what it want to say to the other world, saying that this is what it is. I'm in a position as worker. Okay, I'm in a position to share information about the core apps. Yeah, this is one. For example, my submission is this question always I remember my earlier director. Okay, as soon as any student comes, no, and if we start presentation, immediately used to say, mention 3 authors in this particular area of research. Okay, if you have really done an extensive research, if you have really done or studied those articles, definitely spontaneously it will come to your mind. Okay, identify the core authors in your area. Okay, in Google Scholar, there is a technique to put the reminders, right? Okay, put the reminders as soon as the core authors, list down the top 10 authors in your area and create an alert for those authors. As soon as anybody publish or if he or she publish, you will get an alert. Okay, then immediately start reading them. Then you will get updated. Okay, so that was the very first question my earlier director used to ask any student or even in the faculty interview process also. He used to ask, what is your area of this? If you say that, sir, my area of research is consumer behavior, tell me around 4 to 5 authors in this particular area. If you say, sir, do, then last. We should have right information. Okay, and then you have to say that these are the core authors, and we live from this. He's associated with this university. This is this area, and recently he has published this. That is the way, that is the art, that is the style of the research. Okay. Then, friends, to summarize what we discussed, first and foremost, a quick glance. I'm not saying that I have discussed in detail about plagiarism. No, not at all. That too on a Saturday afternoon first session after the lunch. I don't want to confuse you and other things. That's why I have made it very simple. Okay, we discussed about what is plagiarism. Okay, and we discussed about types of plagiarism. And what are the 3 words which we have to remember for avoiding that plagiarism? Attribute. So what is the difference between a reference and a bibliography? Exactly. Anyone, one thing which is, yeah. Yes, sir. What is between the reference and bibliography? Only. It has the intent, if it is only thing, that is called a reference. Sir. What is bibliography?
Bibliography means non-cited also which have
words. If we consider everything, then it is called as bibliography. So bibliography is big. Okay, so that is what we learned. And what is the takeaway of this particular session? The best practices in academic integrity and reporting. And also we discussed about how to avoid. Is it clear? Okay. Any questions? How many of you used Turnitin? Turnitin is a plagiarism detecting tool software. Turn it in. Okay. And apart from this, in the universities, they are using Urkun. Okay. Turn it in is the very famous plagiarism software. It has used first software to use AI, artificial intelligence, for detecting the plagiarism. Okay. Another tool which universities use is Urkun. Okay, it is very primitive but effective tool. Okay. Apart from this, there are so many open source tools are there, freely available tools are there, like Viper. Okay, Viper is there. Okay, plagiarism checker is there. Okay, other tools are there, but they are not so effective. They are not so effective because they don't consider those data which is available in subscribed content like Elsevier, okay, Springer. So those things will not. What is available on an open source platform, that it is going to check. Okay.
So what? Open source. Please repeat that.
Which
Software
name?
name.
Viper. 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 And another one is plagiarism checker.
So sometimes in even institution names get shown as plagiarized. Why?
Why? Because see, it has to be considered and eliminated. you have an option to eliminate it. Okay, what you have to do is you have to eliminate them. Okay, see, when it will give you beautiful rainbow colors, no, on the right side, it will give you an option to eliminate it. So exempt them, then it will not be considered. Okay,
Some designations
exactly, institute name, geographical place name, okay, all these things are considered as a place. Yeah, that should be eliminated, exempted. While they are checking for the places. Stop word list, of and the, or and other things, no, they are called as stop words list. Even sometimes it will also consider that. So that has to be activated. So if you don't activate, it will consider those things also. Yeah. Sir, yeah, please. Sit down, don't stand, sit down. See, the importance of a corresponding author is the editor wants a reply. See, for example, when you send an article to the editor, you expect the reply as fast as possible. No? In the same way, the editors want to have a quick response from the author. That is why they want to know that who can be the best person among the author group to correspond and revert back with the responsibility. That's all. Apart from this, there is no much importance for the customer. He reverts back, reverts in a appropriate time, and he knows about that. Apart from this, there is no much of importance for the corresponding one. He owns that particular author and say that I am the point of contact, you can't contact me. That's all. Any other points? Any other questions? Any other questions? If you get doubts,
Can I add one more thing to what we have said?
sir, please.
Corresponding author, getting yourself as a corresponding author is important also. Then because in the case of ranking of authors, what happens is the corresponding author will get more weightage than the co-author. So make sure that if your contribution is more, to make yourself as a correspondent.
And also you become the prime author.
Even if it is in the author line, even if it is in the second line or third position, if you are the corresponding author, the weightage given to that corresponding author will be more.
Oh. Thank you. Yeah. Any other comments? Any other questions? Yeah.
Is it legal or?
See, in copying, there is no legal or illegal. Copying is illegal. How ethical you are on accuracy law. Okay. ಕಳ್ತನಕ್ಕೆ ಏನಾದ್ರು ತತ್ವ ಇದೆಯಾ? ಇಲ್ಲ. Okay. Right. Anything else? No? Yes. Shall we, sir, do we have time for another 2 minutes? Okay. Internet is correct ಆಗ್ಬೋದಾ? I will just show you about this thing. Forgot it's there actually. It's okay. They couldn't able to connect to my laptop. I have saved there. Okay, so sorry. Definitely I will share the screenshot of that. Okay, see how actually we eliminate or nullify the alternative. I mean, see for example, when you place this particular content in the plagiarism tool, as you mentioned, what's your name?
Mahesh.
Mahesh. So when Mahesh mentioned, it will give you a beautiful rainbow colors. Okay, where all you have copied, how beautifully you have copied. Okay, in all the rainbow colors. Okay, how to nullify that particular thing is, it will give you numbers. If you click on that number, it will take you to that particular URL. Okay, from where you have borrowed the content. There you visit and use the copy the link, go to Perplexity and paraphrase the thing, and also use it in your own with the due diligence, paraphrase the entire content, then replace the content. Okay, then it will nullify that and it will give you a null report. Okay, that is the one first step. Another,
Should we give the reference to the chat GPT?
no. And that is the tool, the general process everyone follow now. But the honest way is, when it is said that it is plagiarism, please visit that particular website, read at least the abstract. Read at least the abstract and the conclusion part or the findings part, and learn something and then paraphrase. That is the honest way of following a etiquette. Okay, that is the second one. And the third one is, there is a tool called Springboard. Another tool is called as Springboard. Okay, you can use that particular tool, but it is highly illogical. Sometimes it will throw away some mistake also. Again, you have to revisit the entire output and paraphrase it. Okay, but there are tools are available. Use those tools, but ultimately your own empathy, your own intelligence, your own concern matters a lot for adherence to that plagiarism. Okay, right?
Sir, I have everything access. Please. Chair is like that. You forget everything is there.
No, sir, actually, I saved the password. Yesterday,
Sorry. Wait. It's okay. What we have undergone is the last academic session. In the next session after tea, you will receive your certificates. Okay, wait for that, and it will take hardly 15 minutes. And coming back to this particular session, I just want to tell about two anecdotes before I thank the resource person. One is about, he was talking about the differences between references and bibliography. So one of my students, neither he used the word bibliography nor he used the word references. So he coined the term called bibliographical references. So I asked him why. So he told that I don't know, somebody has written, I don't know whether it is really cited or something else also is been included in the bibliography. So I don't know. So that's why I wrote it as bibliographical references. This product, I mean, there's nothing like bibliographical references. Either it has to be bibliography or it has to be references. I don't write the word bibliographical references. Second thing is, you must have seen me walking out of the inaugural session yesterday. So one of the newspaper reporter asked me to give a report within next 3 hours. So by 4 o'clock, I told her, I will give it by 2:30. He was perplexed. So what I did was, I took the notes and wrote everything in my own language and give it to ChatGPT. And I sent it and also it got published today morning. So don't tell this secret very well. Okay, so with this, there are many tools. And I intentionally made Dr. Sunil, who happened to be my student for his PhD.
Not happened to be, sir, all day.
So, in the last session, because, and in the afternoon also, because I know that he will not allow you to sleep. He will not allow you to sleep by his talk, and also he will be roaming around from here to there. So nobody can sleep, even in the last lectures. So there's the advantage that I could have. So I made use of that. Okay, because he is my student, I can pull his legs. I'm very proud of him. And he's a very wanted resource person everywhere. I think he has given more lectures than me. Okay. And he's really good. And because of his, he was in administration, and he was a librarian, and he was turned out to be an academician just for his sheer work. The institution has recognized him and made him as the academic. So moving from administrator to an academic based on the work that one has done, I think I have not seen anybody else. So Dr. Sunil has achieved that. I'm proud of him, and coming over here and giving your valuable suggestion. And also, I was also sitting through his session for the reason that he always knows that in his session I can learn something new. So today I'm perplexed because of the two perplexity. Okay, which I didn't know. Okay, thank you very much, and may God bless you.
Thank you, sir.
Please join us for the lunch, not lunch, tea, and we will assemble back by 4 o'clock and take your participation certificate.